Got some complaints that we cannot even explore by ship. None of them are happy to be stranded here. By who are you? Got a new face. I'm Scots, geographer. Perhaps I'll share tales of other places with me, so I add detail to my maps. Lord British once said that I was the finest map maker in all Britannia. I take great care of my work. Since I've explored very little of this continent, I fear that my map is less than accurate. Be honoured if thou would accept a copy of my map. Perhaps it would aid thee in thy quest. Thank you very much. Tales. What good is a geographer if you cannot explore the map? Explore and map the lands he finds. The storms keep me and my shipmates from taking to the sea. All I see is you come to me for tales of distant places. There may be some truth in the telling, and I add what I can to my maps, as Gwenno suggested. She contacted me back in Britannia with an opportunity to explore a new land. Naturally, I accepted. She was to transport some sort of obelisk here for the Fellowship, and then she was free to explore and collect all the tales she wished. Tell you that it digresses from the virtue that Lord British set forth, but it makes sense. Talk to Leon, he's far more eloquent on the subject. Leon. Not met Leon, then look for the crowd of people, find him in the centre of it all, no doubt. He's a very charismatic Fellowship follower. He speaks, I believe, fairly. Draw many of the folk from the town. I wager that's why that priestess had us banned from entering the city. Callista is beautiful as the day is long, but with the soul of a viper. I wouldn't trust her if I were thee. She's plotting something with the Chancellor, I'll wager. A little worm named Zulith, Lady Yolinda's shadow, leads her around by a hand all the time. If thou seekest knowledge with the lady, thou must first speak to Zulith. I saw Callista speaking to Zulith the day before the sailors were banned from the city. She was afraid that Leon was stealing her followers, and Zulith, a power-hungry toad that he is, saw to it that wishes came law. It is the great captains and the Chancellor that run things in Fawn, I'm afraid. 3 of them. Joff, Garth, and Voldin make a great show of honour and beauty, but they honour money and power more. Yolinda consults them and Zulith about everything, even the dinner menu, I'll warrant. And with Callista whispering Zulith's ear, those best count her as one of the powers of Fawn as well. Obelisk was abnormally heavy, quite a chore to move it on land. Then one day after we had it safely to the shore and Gwenno had already headed inland, there was a huge explosion. When I could see again, they stood battling. The obelisk was shattered all over the ground. He seemed most upset at the time he arrived. I suspect that it was merely a result of the disorientation from the teleportation storm that they brought here. He took several members of the crew with him and headed inland. He was looking for some black rock artifact. Perhaps it does have some connection to the obelisk, I don't know. Remember that he mentioned that it was fashioned in the likeness of a snake. That's all. I might ask Delphinia. I know he talked to her. Herbalist, doing healer's work ever since the goblins killed the last healer. Cast Rugs if you wish to know more. They spent quite a lot of time together before we cast out of the city. Rugs. Should know what he lacks in handsomeness he makes and goodness of his heart. Cares deep for Delphinia, but Delphinia is a superstitious woman who fears Rugs' deformities as a result of some curse. It's sadness that make a fine couple. Goblin. The pikemen tracked them into the woods around their night's test west of here, then they simply seemed to disappear, felled against their raiding parties with the help of the pikemen, but now that the tower has been taken, we cannot seek refuge in the city. I fear we are lost. Night's test. All I know, good night is all monetarians travel. All I know, good night, is that all monetarians travel to a peninsula southwest of here in some rite of passage. That's all I can tell thee, lest I wish to further enlighten me. Seems to jest me by the Mac of affairs. I'm say you're a pikeman, chilling monitors, bravest, have better things to do than pull pranks on poor landbound sailors. Storms. I've travelled far and wide all my life, never ever seen the likes before. These storms appear without warning, leave chaos in their wake, move things around, change things around, simply not natural. Makes me think Leon might be right. We're not talking about sodding Leon again. You'll be Leon, no doubt. The values of the Fellowship have reached into the ranks of the pikemen. I'm honoured. I'm Leon. Speaker for the Fellowship, former farmer. All virtues that Lord British expanded are all very well and good. They're nearly impossible for ordinary people to achieve. Simple people need simple philosophy. Try Partly enough to become a sort of spiritual father. Through his speeches and writings, changed the lives of many. Fellowship advances. Oh God, it's that again. No. Do you want to join? Yes. You should go see Batlin. Thanks. Unity, trust. Fucking hell. I didn't think I'd be doing this again. In a voice. You are just copy and pasted. Oh, God. Bye. That was going into a whole nother conversation. I shall come back to you later. Right. I'm going to go get healed of the poison because I should have the Varro leaves now. Which I do. And I've got a map. So, whilst we're on the subject, Serpent Isle, now we have a map. You can see what it looks like. It may look familiar if you cast your mind all the way back to Ultima 1. And that diagram I put up with all the lands on it, this was one of the 4 lands, and I am just going to have to double check because I cannot remember which one it was. The Lands of Danger and Despair. That was the island on which there was the Castle of the White Dragon, which we've heard about, and the castle that had Shamino in it back in Ultima 1. So essentially when whatever happened and Caesarea became Britannia and the other continents just kind of disappeared, this is what became of it. So technically we've been here before, but a very long time ago. Castle of Shamino. Service. Go and kill a Balron. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Right, back to monitor. So they said that the goblins were somewhere near the Knight's Test. So once I've been healed of the poison, that's where we're going to go and look. And then I'll go back and do Fawn. And next, everyone's been really nice to me now that I'm a pikeman. Where the hell was she? She was near the fields, wasn't she? Oh, and I need to beat that guy up. Luther. But I don't know how to actually just engage him in combat. Where's she gone? I may help thee now, stuff in need of healing. I wish to buy vegetables. No, I wish healing. In need of a healer. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Now if the proper ingredients, simple matter to cure thee. Hold thou still while I apply these directly upon thy tattoo. There 'tis done, that infection has been healed. Well, that was easy. Right, okay, so somehow that took like 6 leaves just to stick on my little tattoo. And what did I say? I'm going to return the urn, so I need to find an urn that's been replaced with something else. Where's that? Ah, hello. No. Try and pick the lock. No, that needs some sort of key. Okay, so there's a magic wall there. It's odd that the music doesn't continue. Oh, and I need to play with the serpent pillar as well. I've got the amulet. God. Loads of things I'm missing by journeying onward. EDMUND Edmund ARCHER Archer PARP no okay oh yeah P Par E fuck knows. So there's an urn missing from there, but there's nothing being exchanged with it. Don't know how to get past that lot. P-A-R-E. Very hard to read that one, but it's actually X. E-X-C-E-L-L-E-N. Edmund Archer par excellence. Yuki. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Look, there's a crossbow. That will be where it's from. Even though you are carrying far too much fucking stuff. We will get you your loot back. Nice. So I still don't see how you get up and around that. There might be another cave entrance somewhere. Okay, so oh god, where's the amulet of balance gone? Oh, it's there. Oh. What? Why isn't this working? No. Ah! No! The fuck? How's lightning turning up inside? What the? Looks like our skins come off. Avatar. This is the architecture we've seen throughout. Oh, where are the signs of destruction? These are not ruins. They're new. By Lord Bridge's throne. Where are we? I don't know, but I suspect I won't be going to see the goblins for a while. Okay. Oh, hello. So, the outcome as the Order Hierophant foretold. I must admit, even as dedicated as I am, I doubted that there could be another champion of balance. I am Istanar, commander of the Serpent's Fang and its garrison. I'm a robot. Now, forgive me if I remain sceptical a bit longer. One does not attain a position such as mine by being overly trusting. Order Hierophant. Could it be that I does not know that Catharsis? No, not Catharsis. Do not know of Calithis the Avenger and our Holy Crusade. But if thou art the champion of balance, perhaps thou shalt spend thy life as an acolyte on the Isle of Crypts. I shall honour thy title by telling thee the tale. If thou art an impostor, it shall be apparent soon enough. Thou wilt never survive what lies ahead. What lies ahead? If thou art truly the champion of balance, which I begin to doubt more strongly, then thou must have the silver seed to restore balance to the world. Oh God! So we've gone into the add-on of the silver seed. But I freely tell thee that I hidden here within this keep. I shall not tell thee where. It must truly illuminate before thou find the seed. However, tell thee that the magical orbs have been lost or shattered. It shall be up to thee to overcome the hazards of this region to obtain these orbs. If thou survive in these attempts, I shall be more disposed to believe thou art the champion of balance. has possessed the lost amulet of balance, Slegnor. According to legend, only the champion of balance may bear it, all others would perish. However, I'm no mage, I don't know if this is true. It said that champion will restore balance and heal our land. As it appears thou art this long-awaited champion, I have something which should aid thee. What is it? It's a key ring. Although it may seem to be a paltry offering, it is no mere trinket. It is a magical item. Any key that is put upon it will disappear. It shall never weigh more than what it does now. If any of the keys thou dost put upon it fits a door thou wishes to open, one of the keys that will see upon your keyring now will open it. Hope thou find it useful. Why give it to me? It said that the champion shall need the keys of the land before balance should be restored. I think this was meant symbolically. The keyring was made for thee anyway, in this way Order recognises thou should do for us all. Who crafted it? I don't know who crafted it, Slegnor. It's very old and once belonged to the Order Hierophant. When I made the final sacrifice, Calithysis said, "Give this to he who shall heal our land." I now know that she meant thee, champion. How she knew that I would meet thee, I shall never know, but as always, her wisdom is infallible. I don't know what you mean by the sacrifice. I'm guessing you mean being turned into a robot. Serpent's Fang is the name of this keep. So designated because this was once the keep from which Order attacks on Chaos were launched. Commander Ardenis, who I replaced, was a brilliant tactician. He held this keep and its surroundings through some of his most bloody fighting this war has yet seen. It was during that time that the warriors began referring to the keep as Death Watch. Ardenis' loss was a sad blow as the tides of war turned. Now Serpent's Fang holds the line of retreat, not the forefront of the war, and Death Watch has taken on another meaning, watching for the fall of chaos. Before the Wall of Imbalance began, Calithysis was known as the Steadfast, but after the foul murder of Slegnor, she named herself the Avenger. Slegnor was the last great Hierophant. He was a holy man. Slegnor, the wisdom of the great earth serpent, shone in him. It was my honour to meet him once when I was a young warrior, when he came to the Temple of Discipline. That was long before he met his tragic end. The temple was once my home. It was a privilege to serve as guard for the Master of Discipline. It's there that the long road to this keep began. The temple is the primary staging and training area for efforts in this accursed war. Is the headquarters of High Command. High Command. All respect to them. The High Command are the highest ranking Order officers who report directly to the Order Hierophant. It's they that are charged with fulfilling the will of the Order Serpent to unite the world and the ethicality and discipline of Order. Warrior, I've not always been as thou dost see me now. I've spent a lifetime becoming worthy of this honour. I was once flesh and blood like thee, a warrior of Order. I was chosen to be tested shortly before the war began. Only those warriors possessing unanswering discipline, flawless ethicality, and the finest logic are selected for testing. Of those brought before the Order Hierophant, only a few hands of that number withstand the testing. Of that number, less than a hand make a final sacrifice. I'm one of the elites, the ultimate Order warrior. I have traded my body for eternal service to Order. Okay. Great Earth Serpent, why wouldst thou ask me, thou art the champion of balance? How could I instruct thee in such a matter? But I would venture to ask thee a question, Slegnor. Do not take this amiss, for I do not mean to disparage thee, but what hope is there for thee, the champion of balance, to restore balance if the great Hierophant is dead? Without him to voice the will of great Earth Serpent, how canst thou hope to succeed? I know not. Alas, I'd hope thou wouldst know what has happened. Now I do not know whether to believe that thou art not the champion of balance, or whether thou art simply ignorant of thy fate. I must consider this. It's not unusual for a warrior to be sent into battle without knowing what shall be faced. I'd expected a pawn of prophecy to be more informed. War of Imbalance. Those who serve balance were always few in numbers, Slegnor. I cannot imagine how one could walk the shining path, swayed by neither order nor chaos. I do not say how it is humanly possible, but there has always been those few called to serve all Ophidians. And they follow the great Hierophant. Followers of chaos slew the great Hierophant, plunged land into war, for there was no one to maintain balance. My question is most perplexing, that the champion of balance yet does not know about ask about things that all people know. They are trying to discover how far we have fallen since Slegnor perished, then they must judge Order by me, one of their ultimate warriors. We are Ophidians, followers of balance, order, and alas, chaos. We revere the serpents that dwell within the void, for theirs is the wisdom that guides us all. There, thou dost see that Order does not forget the teachings, so why Order must triumph in this war. Chaos fiends killed the great Hierophant. It is they who have fallen from the path, not Order. Are you testing my knowledge, champion of balance? Dost thou think to find an order warrior of my states wanting? I am no follower of balance, but even I know that only the great Hierophant may safely enter the void to communicate with the serpents. That he walks upon a shining path to receive their wisdom. All others who would venture the void have no path to guide them and are doomed to death for their arrogance. Slegnor. Holy Crusade, Falls of Chaos broke the teaching and plunged the land into war. It is they who murdered the great Hierophant. It is they who have killed thousands of peaceful followers of order. The followers of Chaos must be held responsible for their crimes. There is no great Hierophant to oversee justice, so it must fall to order to see that the shedding of blood is met in kind until Chaos bows before order and balance is restored. Isle of Crypts. How canst be the champion of balance and not know of the Isle of Crypts? I expect thee to be an impostor with each question thou utter. I have been taught that it is a duty of all people to aid a pawn of prophecy. You must hold fast the belief that if thou art false, thou wilt fall to fate worse than any I could make out. So I shall tell thee what little a warrior of order knows. I hope that he instructs thee well, if thou art truly the champion of balance, but thou art woefully ignorant of thy duty. Tell me. Isle of Crypts is the very heart of balance. It is believed the island was once the dwelling place of the great earth serpent, before he journeyed into the void to bring balance to the universe. Common knowledge that this hallowed ground is the final resting place of all the great Hierophants, although I know not if this is true of poor Sithnos. It is also said that the island is home to the acolytes of balance, though I would have thought that thou would have known more of this than I. Whereas the island? They're most certainly not what I would have expected from champion of balance, but it's not my place to judge upon prophecy. You keep saying that. I regret to inform you that I do not know the exact location of the Isle of Crypts. It's somewhere in the northwest, but other than that I know not. I'd always hoped that one day I would be able to make a pilgrimage there, but now I shall have to wait until after the war. Teaching. Before Sithnos was murdered, this land thrived in balance. Order and Chaos knew their duty and place within the scheme of life. Both factions were equal, held in check by the authority of the great Hierophant. All people were taught that this had always been so and must remain so, and that was the will of the great Earth Serpent. So that all people would reap the bounty of balanced peace. But the great Hierophant was murdered, and now there is no peace, there is no bounty, only war and bloodshed. It was chaos that brought us on the crossroad, and it is they who will pay. Magical orbs. I'm sorry, Slegnor, my conscience will not allow me to tell thee any more on this subject. I still cannot believe that thou art the champion of balance, so thou must find thine own answers. I have aided thee enough. The only thing I will tell thee is that thou search the areas adjacent to this keep for the orbs. They have been widely scattered, and take care, these areas are dangerous. I have not been at the keep long, Slegnor, so I cannot confirm any of these stories. I shall continue investigating their truth, but I see no reason why the warriors' garrisons here should lie. Said there is a dragon and a lich nearby. This seems unlikely, as one would usually immediately kill or drive away the other, unless they're in league somewhere. There's also an abandoned outpost that is considered to be inhabited by creatures of chaos, and of course there is the unfinished maze, from which Isik, the architect, never returned to reveal the secret of its interior. I'm told there is a madman who dwells within one of the chambers near here. Warriors call him the Fiend. They say he feeds on human flesh. Use caution, but I fear that they will have to scour these areas in search of the orbs thou dost seek. Silver Seed is the acorn from the Tree of Balance. Only once every 100 centuries does the Tree of Balance cast an acorn. It is our honour to be the keeper of the seed. When the great Hierophant was murdered, the Tree of Balance that had existed for a time beyond memory withered and died. Once we have crushed chaos, Calithis the Avenger shall take a new name, the Renewer, and plant the seed so that the balance may heal our land. Bye! I'm still unconvinced that thou art the champion of balance. I suppose that only time will tell. Thou art free to go, but I shall be watching thee. Farewell, mind thy duty. Wow. Okay. So I have stumbled into the add-on, which is going to open a whole other plot line up now.